Patty Women's Dive Day is a day to celebrate diversity in the world of scuba diving.
It is really cool being able to host these events in somewhere like Coldwater, Nova Scotia, and have all these women come out. I love Women's Dive Day!
I love women!
This year's Patty Women's Dive Day is extra special because tonight we have a gala, which I'm referring to as Dive Prom.
Dive Prom! Good morning!
Today is Patty Women's Dive Day, which is essentially Seafox Christmas. So it's the biggest day of the year for us. It's a great day of diving. I think we're gonna have a really big turnout.
I think we're expecting maybe 50 to 70 divers in the water today.
The water levels are high from all the Seafoxes in the water.
Women's Dive Day is a global event.
On Patty Women's Dive Day, dive shops all around the world are all diving. So here we are representing divers in Nova Scotia, which is great.
I'm here for moral support.
So the Seafoxes do have a very similar motive as Women's Dive Day, where it is a place where women can come and learn to dive or continue diving. It's where they feel very represented and like people around them are very similar.
I give a lot of credit to April for starting the Seafoxes because she really, in doing that, created like a safe space for a lot of women to come and really hone in their diving skills and become comfortable as a scuba diver.
I guess the Seafoxes is like Women's Dive Day every day.
So we decided to host the event this year at Fox Point Beach. It's a classic dive site. It's a very good beginner-friendly dive site, very easy to navigate, not too deep, so it's a very ideal spot for newer divers.
This year we're really focusing on organization and safety with the event, so we're actually all going to be guiding dives, and Alana's actually going to be mermaiding.
Good work!
This is not the first Patty Women's Dive Day. This is an event that we have been planning for a number of years.
This is the third Women's Dive Day that I've celebrated with Torpedo Rays, and every year it seems to get bigger and better.
Unfortunately, Jen was away this year, so we were really sad to have missed her, but she was there in spirit.
This was my first Women's Dive Day. In the past, I've wanted to go, but something has always come up.
We are just signing in the last few divers, and then April is arranging some buddied up groups and some guided groups with a few of our experienced DMs and instructors. Soon, everyone's gonna get ready and get in the water.
Anybody here who doesn't have a buddy? If you don't have a buddy, raise your hand.
I helped sign people in, so we had this chart that everyone wrote their name on a tag and put it on the side when they were out of the water, and then when they went in the water, they put it on the side that was telling us that they're in the water, just to keep track of everybody.
There were over 50 divers in the water, so it's really difficult for one person just to remember who's there. So having this board just made it a lot easier for us.
Well, if everybody's happy, there's no more questions, finish up, gearing up, and we'll get in the water. If you have a guide, just make sure you find them before you get in the water.
It's our first dive after our course, so we're really excited to be here. Yeah, we're pumped.
That many divers in the water, and some people haven't been out for a while, so they request a dive guide. So Sarah and I teamed up and we took a little group out, and it was really nice.
Normally when we go out on a dive, we'll maybe be in a group of 2 to 5 people, whereas this day was a little bit different than that, and it was a true celebration both topside and underwater because we had probably close to 60 divers in the water.
It's very exciting, and what a great day to do it on Women's Dive Day.
Fox Point is a very beautiful site. So basically, it's a rocky reef ecosystem on the left when you're diving out, and then a sandy bottom. And so you kind of get to see all of the beautiful algae that we have here in Nova Scotia and a lot of the fish species that come out, like a lot of our flatfish. Thankfully, on Saturday, we were so lucky that we were blessed with massive schools of sandlands, which are really tiny fish that school in groups of hundreds. And they make super cool shapes in their schools.
When we were diving at Fox Point that day, the visibility was okay. It was pretty standard for that site. We saw a ton of lobster. We saw crabs, a couple of schools of fish.
The water was so warm. It was 22 degrees on the surface. The coldest thing got was like 15 degrees.
I had like the warm fuzzies underwater because I was just thinking about how a few years ago I was on the other end of it, and now I get to help people be in the position that I was in, and it's a really rewarding feeling for me. And I think it hopefully will motivate them to keep diving so that one day they can be the one leading these events.
So during the dive, I was out kind of bobbing in the water just with my wetsuit, mask, snorkel, fins. So if anybody popped up, I could quickly swim over to them and make sure they were okay. So once I felt like the majority of people were out of the water, I went up to the check-in tent to check the in and out board, and I saw there was 4 tags left.
So we've got a Rebecca Butler, Chelsea Kerbuski, Alex Eaton, Jeremy Coven, Stephanie Barr.
Alex and Rebecca went back out for a minute. Yeah, I think they might still be out, unless you guys will see them.
Hi guys, I'm still looking for a Stephanie Barr, a Chris Thomas, and a Jeremy Coven. Could you please come check in here?
We have our final 2 coming out of the water right now, which is great. That means that everybody got in and out, which is ideal.
What was really unique about this Women's Dive Day was that not only did we have a dive portion of the day, but we also had a gala. And this was the first year that we had a party afterwards to celebrate.
So we're gonna hang out, discuss, debrief, hang out a little bit more, and then I think we're gonna clean ourselves up and go to the gala. So big night of partying.
Awesome day of diving. Thank you guys all for coming, and we'll see you tonight.
I am so excited about the first ever Seafoxes Gala that we've planned for the Patty Women's Dive Day this year.
Tonight we're going to be dressed to the nines and hang out and socialize, and also announce the first ever winner of the Seafox Scholarship Award. So one lucky girl is getting $400 towards continuing education, who's made a difference in the dive community, who is very committed to the ocean and wants to make a career out of scuba.
At the gala tonight, we're highlighting women who have done really great work in the dive community in Nova Scotia, but we wanted to add an extra little surprise for April.
April, she is the #1 woman in diving that I look up to. I mean, look at her. She started the Seafoxes. She's already a course instructor. She's 2 years younger than me, and she's already done so much. She manages that dive shop. She keeps everything afloat. I wouldn't be where I am today without her, and she deserves to be celebrated. It's Brittany and Alana and I that are kind of putting something together, so stay tuned to see how our surprise plays out.
What was really unique about this Women's Dive Day was that not only did we have a dive portion of the day, but we also had a gala. And this was the first year that we had a party afterwards to celebrate.
It's gonna be very fancy, so I don't know if you'll recognize us. We'll actually be very refined.
We are going to highlight some amazing women in the community. We're going to announce the winner of the Seafoxes Scholarship.
Our super secret scholarship for later, but we're gonna hide it.
And we're also raising money for Back to Sea societies.
The dive was in the morning, and the gala was a time for us to all dress up and look a little more feminine and not straight out of the salt water. The parking lot was about 150 feet away from the building itself. So, of course, it poured on us. We still had fun.
And
We tried to look nice. It's not meant to be.
Me and Josh managed to sneak in just before the rain hit.
We have been put to work, yeah, we're the craft makers.
Earlier in the day, I made a joke that, oh, for once, we're actually gonna get filmed when we aren't soaking wet. And turns out for them, that wasn't the case because they showed up completely soaked.
Yeah, we got caught in a rainstorm. Couldn't stay nice and dry for too long, but I feel like it's just how things go with us.
Usually, when we're around each other, we look a mess. We look terrible. So the gala was going to be a great opportunity to see everyone at like their max potential. Like, what does everybody look like when they try hard to look nice? I think we made quite a memorable entrance, actually.
I'm just permanently damp, like, drowned rat vibes. We tried.
Julia and Alana and April I all showed up early to help get the space ready. We had lots of decorations to kind of hang up everywhere.
Once everybody started showing up to the event, people started rolling in 6:30. We allowed a little bit of time just for people to mingle, go to the bar, get a drink, just that kind of stuff.
A lot of the people came to the gala after the dive. There was music, we had photos. It was a big thing, it was really fun.
And about 7:15, we started the presentation.
We wanted to highlight some of the women in the dive community, and we'll let April take it away.
Thank you guys all for coming tonight to the first ever Women's Dive Day Gala. It's pretty cool to look around and see everybody who came out. Usually we just do a dive, but to have everybody come and celebrate is a really, really cool thing.
April had an idea to showcase different notable women in our dive community.
So the first person I want to talk about is Jillian Taylor. Probably all of you follow her on Instagram, and if you don't, you should. So the way she promotes cold water diving, I really think needs to be recognized. I think everybody knows Sonia. Her commitment to highlighting Nova Scotia never ends. She has a career in ocean science. She's currently writing, producing, and directing her first long-form documentary about great white sharks in Atlantic Canada, which is very cool. Obviously, we have to highlight Sarah, Alana, and Jen. Jen can't be here tonight. They have absolutely brought a new life and a new energy to the community, and I feel like brought a new perspective to everybody. They are just an incredible example for divers everywhere, not just the women in the community, but everybody. So it's an honor being your guys' friend.
April had been working so hard on Women's Dive Day and organizing the gala and making sure everything is running smoothly. What we wanted to do was, without her knowing, incorporate her into the presentation.
April is so organized and she's great at planning events, and so sometimes it's hard to surprise her. So right before we arrived at the gala, we had a shared kind of presentation and we slipped in an extra slide to kind of thank her.
We just wanted to take a minute to thank April for all the hard work that she does. She really does inspire all of us to do better and to involve more women in the industry. And thank you, April, for everything that you do.
We literally wouldn't be here without you. So.
Literally.
So it was really the first time that someone had taken the time to really celebrate things that I've done, which was really cool. And it made me pretty emotional.
Okay.
Okay.
So the This was April's amazing idea to establish an annual Seafoxes scholarship that would go to an open water diver to provide some financial support to help her continue her scuba diving education.
We had so many nominations. In fact, when we were going over all the nominations, we were actually like, holy smokes, we didn't think we were gonna get this many. So it was really, really cool to read everybody's stories.
We had announced it about a month prior to the event, and we posted it online, and we gave people the opportunity to either nominate themselves or nominate someone they know.
I just slowly started hinting at clues like, well, this person is a marine bio student, which, you know, knocked the list down a couple of people. And slowly, something a bit more specific, like her work in pilot whales.
The Seafoxes Scholarship, for those of you who don't know, is $400 towards continuing education at Torpedo Rays. They have to be an active diver in Nova Scotia. They must identify as female or non-binary. They must be open water certified and shown commitment to caring for the ocean. This person that we have decided to give the award to, they were only certified last year, but their passion is absolutely infectious. They work at the Whitehead Lab analyzing photos of pilot whales, and they have goals to engage in scientific ocean conservation. We've seen her at a bunch of club dives, which is great, so she's very involved in the community. And maybe this is a spoiler, but just a few days ago, I saw her bring a bunch of people into the shop to take them snorkeling and introduce them to the underwater world. So the Seafoxes Scholarship is going to...
Today is Women's Dive Day.
Everyone did so great.
Patty Women's Dive Day, it definitely gets a bunch of people out. For a lot of people, it's kind of that door that gets them into diving.
So this year's the first year that we're doing a Seafox scholarship.
The Seafoxes Scholarship is something that I've been thinking about doing for years, but I never really quite knew how to execute it. So I thought, you know what, at a gala, what a perfect place to kind of announce this scholarship, hand it over to the winner.
So the Seafoxes Scholarship is going to...
Claire Gerard is a marine biology student at Dalhousie. She's really putting an active effort in, and she has a lot of aspirations to become a scientific diver.
I think at that moment I felt very overwhelmed. It's one thing to be a part of a community that you really love and you respect so much, but it's a completely different thing to be recognized by that community for your passion and for what you're able to bring to the community.
It's always nice to acknowledge people in the dive world and to know that someone is going to benefit from the scholarship and be able to grow in their scuba journey.
So the scholarship is $400 to put towards continuing your education in diving. So for me, that would be put towards my advanced. I've been wanting to get my advanced for a while now, but of course being a student and working two jobs, that always seems to go somewhere else. And I am ecstatic at the opportunity that I probably wouldn't have had for maybe another year or so.
Getting to present that to Claire in front of everybody felt really special. She also got really choked up, so it was a very emotional night in there, which I really didn't expect out of this evening. To see somebody who's gonna do such great things and know that we're a little piece of, you know, their progression throughout their career.
It was a pretty emotional time, I think, for all of us, because we get to see someone benefit from something that we've worked hard to do.
Everybody who got a ticket, I also just want to let you know that $10 of your ticket, which for a $20 ticket, half of your ticket is going to be donated to Back to the Sea Society. So I was chatting with the project manager there, and she let us know they just built a great big brand new facility with their touch tanks. So all the money from today is gonna go towards providing them with new touch tanks, which is awesome.
So after the presentations, everybody just started to mingle, and we just kind of hung out and had a really fun evening. We had a big photo booth set up with different props that people could use.
Snorkel on the left! Duh!
We had Doug going around with his nice camera, getting all kinds of great shots.
The gala was a great success. It was the perfect way to end another PADI Women's Dive Day. And I would say that it was so successful that we are going to have to make the gala an annual tradition as part of PADI Women's Dive Day.
For the past few days, we had an awesome dive, then we had an awesome gala, and the cherry on top was donating to Back to the Sea Society.
Well, we have this for you guys today. We raised a little bit of money at our Women's Dive Day Gala, so we wanted to donate it to you guys.
Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
This will help us realize our goal of getting our society up and running with our full-size tanks and eventually our community aquarium here in Dartmouth. So we really appreciate it.
Yes!
Awesome.
Yay! And Torpedo Race is gonna go right here.
So have you been here before?
No, I've seen the old location.
Well, the bigger the better, and I'd love to take you through when you're ready.
Amazing. Sure, sounds good.
Back to the Sea Society is an ocean charity. They do a lot of things with the public to educate them on what's going on in our oceans. They also do some cleanups and that kind of cool stuff.
Rocky the rock crab.
Aww, I
You
love
guys
them.
want to hold the rock crab?
I do.
We love sea slugs.
Back to the Sea Society really focuses on Nova Scotia, so we're going to see the benefits from our donation in our own backyard.
Women's Dive Day is such an important event just to show us that even though we might not be the majority of what divers look like, we are welcome in this space.
I think at the end of the day, it was a big milestone for us to kind of look back and see just how far we've come together as a group of friends in only the last few years, really. It feels like we've known each other for so much longer.
When you're at a dive site, you definitely gravitate towards like-minded people, people who are fun. We all just like to hang out, have a good time, go for an awesome dive.
I definitely think that joining the Torpedo Race community and meeting April has really changed my experience in Halifax. I went from being a student that had a full-time job. Through diving, I was able to find a community and find friends and be able to enjoy and share in so many different experiences with them. And I do really think that's changed the trajectory of my life here in Halifax.
I hope that we can continue to do like a dive and a gala, maybe come out with even more scholarships and awards, different things to celebrate all these amazing women that we have in the community. So even though this was our biggest yet, maybe it'll be our smallest from here on out.